Here we are at 395 Gilbert Drive, Wooddale, Illinois. Up there we have Certainteed XT25 Timber Blend. Here is Certainteed XT25 Timber Blend. I'm going to open these up as is. Here we are. As I understand it, State Farm has paid for 3 hail damaged shingles only. Hail damage only. I already see some wind damaged ones up there. Okay, so I'll take 2 shingles up with me. 1, 2. We will go and get our proper stuff. And I could see some wind damaged ones when I was driving up, so we'll take a look at those first. Here is the first one that I saw from the ground. Take this camera off, we'll investigate. Here's our first wind damaged shingle. I know I'm repairing hail damaged ones. One that's completely gone there. Here's one here. I will probably be performing a video on this one. This looks like a hail damage. Now here's another one, if I didn't mention this one already. Saw another one up here, right here. Wind damage. Oh. And here's one. Missing tab. All right here. Mat transfer the whole way. Torn off with the shingle. Alright, at the moment I don't see any more, but my next video will be on that shingle down there. To remove this hail damaged shingle. Next video will start here. I suppose it's worth noting that I see many more than 3 hail damaged shingles. I'm seeing at least one right here. If this is one shingle, this is a different shingle, dark spots. This has got to be a different shingle. At least 3 there. I mean, hail, 4, 5. I'm finding more than 3 shingles, but 6. It's in different locations all over the place. 7. We'll be performing our video on this one. Right here. Let me just angle this correctly. This one right here. this shingle starts right here and therefore ends right over here. We're going to remove this one because of this. Since I have to manipulate all of these different tabs, I'm gonna number these by the shingle. This one underneath starts, this shingle looks like it starts right here and therefore ends there. And that is correct. So we will label this shingle number 1. That means this shingle would be number 2. And I'm labeling this way because this is all one shingle. When I take photos, I'll take them from left to right order. So 1, 1, 1, left to right, 2. I'm only going to take a picture of this one on number 2 because this is the only tab on shingle number 2 I'll be messing with. We're removing this one. This, if it's going this way, this will be shingle number 3, 3, 3. This one starts here. 1, 2, 3, ends here. I will label this one number 4. And this one is number 5, because I'll need to manipulate all 3 of those again, just to remove this. So 1, 2, all of shingle 3, just a tab on shingle 4, all of shingle 5. I'm going to take individual close-ups of each shingle quick a second. My next video will start here though. All right. To begin, I'm going to break the seal on each shingle that I am dealing with here. Starting in the picture order that I took them. Lowest number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left to right fashion. So first I'm going to break the seal on each of these shingles that we are dealing with. Let me adjust the camera. There we go. And what we're looking for is shingle pliability. Again, not going anything beyond what the snake tool allows us to do. Shingle pliability, granule loss, or retention for that matter. Mat transfer especially. Today's a nice warm day. These should be able to come right up for us. And so you can see that each number 1 shingle I have now gone under and lifted up once. Onto shingle number 2. Number 3. Again, not going beyond what the snake tool is allowing. They're really stuck down to each other. Just giving myself some leeway. So 3 left to right. Number 4. Now number 5. Alright, so now that each of the proper shingles is, the seal is up, they are no longer adhered to the shingle below, I can go ahead with removing the nails. First with shingle number 1 here, and I have to get up underneath our proper shingle in order to, one more rather. In order to pop the correct nail. There we go. Angle looking a little better for you because I'm leaning over. Our shingle goes up to here. I guess this one would be labeled number 6 then. Yeah, no, we got it. All right, at this point, we'll be able to remove our shingle. We have an extra nail somewhere, unless it's just the tar strip, which it was. It's the tar underneath. I will take close-up pictures. Hopefully I can just get that on video. Because I had to remove this shingle, I had to pop the seal along this. You can see all the mat transfer that's occurring. This is now a damaged shingle, though this one did not have hail damage on it. I will now need to replace this one. That goes beyond the scope of 3 shingles that I was given. The amount of mat transfer here, everywhere. When I had to break these seals to get our shingle out, you see the amount of mat transfer on our removed shingle. And that means that it's also probably on this one, especially right there, mat transfer damage to shingle number 3, the first one in the line. Mat transfer. Yeah. More mat transfer, where the shingle number 5 was bonded to shingle number 3. It's for this reason that if I only was supposed to do a few shingles on this roof, well, I now have to do this one because this shingle is damaged. And if even over here, this shingle number 2 is damaged because of mat transfer, I would actually have to also do number 2. So this is my 3 shingles right here. But I have other shingles elsewhere shown at the beginning of this video series that shows hail damage all over the place. And if I keep going, I need to do this whole slope. And if I did hail damage over here and did the same thing, this would need to be redone. And if I went over here and found hail damage, like right over here, or up here, I would also need to do this whole thing. It's for this reason that this roof is in a non-repairable state. I am atop 395 Gilbert Drive, Wooddale. Homeowner Joanna Herrera. On the topmost slope, I have identified a shingle that has been hail damaged, is in need of repair. I will adjust in a second. A hail damaged shingle in need of repair, because this is the one that is in need of repairing. This is the one I will be removing here in a second. Let me just find out where this one ends and starts. All right, this shingle goes all the way up to here. 1, 2, 3. The whole of the shingle is contained within this chalk section. Again, I am replacing this one because of this here mark. The whole of this shingle is in this section. I will need to manipulate several shingles in order to get there. First and foremost, we ought to number each one. Alright, so this is shingle 1, and all pictures I will be taken from left to right, starting with the lowest number. That means this is shingle number 2. I will need to impact this shingle right here. This is shingle number 3. This will be shingle number 4 because I'll have to manipulate that. This one is a separate shingle from this one. 5, 5. We won't need to deal with this third one, but this is a separate shingle as well. 6, and if it's contained within here. So we will need to manipulate each of these shingles at some point in time. I'm going to stop this video and take individual pictures of each. Again, starting with the lowest number, left to right. Alright, to begin, it is most proper and fitting to break the seals on all the ones that I will be manipulating. I do realize now that I will be again, that circle indicating why we are removing this one, because of this hail damage, but we will remove this one all the way over to there. We will begin by, again, breaking all of the, that was already wind damaged, breaking all of the seals, or the seal strip on the bottom. Keep in mind that I am only removing number, well, not even a number. I have to manipulate all the numbers, removing the one that says remove. It's a nice sunny day out. I would say somewhere in the mid-70s. Obviously sunny, you see my shadow. Alright, our removal shingle is now all popped. We will deal with all of the nails in our next segment. Never going beyond what the snake school allows. This will give us access to the shingles underneath our remove shingle. And then we have to manipulate number 5, leftmost. All right, all of our appropriate shingles are, the seals are now broken. And now I have to remove all of the nails. We'll start with left to right on the middle section of our removed shingle. Not going beyond what the snake tool is allowing for. All right, left to right. That was our first row on shingle number 3 in 1 tab of 4. And now we are going to shingle number 5. Since our shingle only comes this far on number 5, our nail will be in this vicinity. So 1, 2, and probably 3, 4 right here. 3. 4. All right. Now at this point, unless there was a hidden one, we should be able to remove our shingle. Allow me to detach my camera. At this point, we find a very revealing aspect of why this roof is in a non-repairable state. Given that these shingles are so adhered down, this was a loose piece that just fell. You can see the amount of mat transfer all across shingle number 1. Again, never going beyond what the snake tool allowed. The amount of mat transfer is severe. Now, that was what the removal shingle did to the one below, number 1. And this is damaged. I would have to replace this one as well. Not only that, but you can see the amount of damage that number 3 and part of 4 did to our removal shingle. You can see the amount of mat transfer. All across this shingle. That's where number 3 was, and now we're getting to where shingle number 4 was. Now that mat transfer is on the bottom side of these and will interfere with the adhering down of the shingle back to. Now that is what sealant is for, to a degree, but it's not. Sealant is not supposed to fix damage. These are both damaged, and I would have to repair this one if this were a genuine repair. Now, going to number 5. Again, I'm not supposed to replace number 3 or 5 for that matter, but with the amount of mat transfer we've seen, you see the mat transfer that 5 has caused to 3, and again, that is damage. I should replace number 3 at this point. There is more mat transfer from number 3 onto 5, and a good amount here as well. Number 6 caused 3. Minor mat transfer there. And there's even mat transfer on shingle number 4, this tab. And so I should even replace shingle number 4 because there's a separate shingle for number 3. You can see the separation of the shingle right there. Because shingle number 1 is damaged, and shingle number 3 is damaged, and even shingle number 4. I am already going beyond the scope of what, if I replace these, I would go beyond the scope of the shingles I've been given to do this job. If I kept doing that, I would cause mat transfer all the way down. It is for this reason that this roof is not in a repairable state.